We are talking about global problems and global solutions. And yet we're starting off with a statement from the American Business Roundtable, the CEOs of 200 largest American businesses that are global, of course, but they're American. We're also talking about, later on, American investors. They're saying companies need to become more responsible to be worth their investment, their long-term investment. So you are at an American business school. Is all of this actually globally relevant? Or is what we're talking about here in this course indeed globally relevant, or just for the US context? It's both. Okay, it has a specific US context, and it is relevant across the globe, I would say, with nuances. I want to understand, or make sure that you understand, that there are different business approaches across the globe. There always have been. In the context of traditional business education, however, the main focus has always been on the corporation. That's where the need for business school education came from. Business school education started when businesses formed corporations, when they're moving away from being family businesses to become larger corporate entities. The corporate entity is rather novel. It doesn't necessarily exist so much in other countries, but in Anglo-Saxon countries it became a dominant form of organizing. In many other countries you have family-run businesses that become bigger, that are not necessarily publicly listed. Yet the corporation is a model that's fundamentally Anglo-Saxon, in which investors from all types and kinds can funnel money into an endeavor that claims to provide benefits to a larger group, and sort of an investor is doing that at their own risk. This model of the corporation, however, has had global impact. Many global companies want to be listed at American business exchanges, stock exchanges. The rules of the game are oftentimes made by those in power, which are the American corporations, to this day at least. American business school education plays that. And I think it's important that you understand this is just one way to look at organizing business. It is globally relevant to some degree, but it's not everything that is concerned with business. It doesn't represent all of what is possible in business very clearly. So I just wanted to throw in this little caveat, okay, so that you understand what we're doing here has a very specific focus, is rooted in a certain American tradition, American thinking, Anglo-Saxon thinking, and yet it is globally relevant, I would suggest, even in China, with some nuances, in India, in Africa, Latin America, across the globe, because business has become global and has been shaped by many of these powerful institutions like the corporation and the business school.